Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
So you're probably wondering how I managed to get myself disqualified from an ADCC Open, the tournament with the most lax rule set in Jiu-Jitsu, where pretty much almost anything goes. You can neck crank, you can throw people out of bounds, and yet I managed to get myself DQ'd. So stay tuned for the full match analysis. So this was my second match of the day in the quarterfinals against a experienced opponent from TriStar. I quickly pull guard here. He starts to work to get low, past my guard. Getting low is a good strategy, so it makes it harder for your opponent to get underneath you. So you'll see here, my opponent does a good job. Yeah, just keeping a low base. I try to work for a leg entanglement here. Try to underhook his leg. I switch to an ankle lock here. He does a good job spinning up. I could have came on top here, but I elect to stay on the bottom. Yeah, he just makes sure that his leg is safe. He clears his leg. I still elect to stay on the bottom here. There's no points for pulling guard at the beginning of the first 3 minutes of an ADCC match, unless it's the finals. And then he's able to come back on top. He's doing a good job controlling my legs. Yes, trying to go to the side, hit Toriando passes, and yeah, just camp out a little bit on me over here. As the match goes on, you'll see he does a good job of this. So from here, yeah, he tries to put more pressure. I'm able to entangle a leg, knock him back down, start to work to attack some legs. He does a good job of pummeling his legs out, staying safe, and keeping his leg in the middle now. Yeah, he goes for some leg drags. He underhooks my leg. I pummel my leg out. He's staying in the middle over here. So what's cool to see too is in his corner we have world famous coach Faraz Zahabi, coach of George St. Pierre and head of the TriStar gym in Montreal. And in my corner we have two young phenoms. I'll post their info. So very different corners here. So he's trying to pressure me here. You saw I tried to cover his mouth a little bit here using the muffler. So he's putting all of his weight on me over here to try to tire me out. And a good strategy that you guys can use on the bottom is just to cover their mouths with your hand, which is only allowed for ADCC competitions. So what that does is it makes it just as uncomfortable for them on top as it is for you on the bottom. Because just being on the bottom there, you're just framing and using all of your weight. They reset us in the middle. And then you're going to get really exhausted just from carrying all of their weight. So you can make it uncomfortable by stopping them from making it harder for them to breathe by using your hand to cup their mouth like this. So I like doing this from the bottom when people like camping out on me on top. I find it's a good strategy to help make them reset. So we're in the knee cut position here. Yeah, you'll see as the match progresses, he does a great job of just camping out and just keeping all of his weight on me over here and trying to tire me out. And as the match goes on, this always usually pays a lot of dividends. And the more you can keep your opponent here, it is a very good strategy that you guys can employ. So yeah, he's keeping his knee in the middle and like driving all of his upper body weight onto me. So I have to use my arms to frame him and push away and constantly try to muffler him to make him back off over here. So I'm pretty comfortable on the guard here. I have a flexible guard, so I'm not too uncomfortable here. But I've got definitely using a little bit of energy to hold him up. So we're kind of in a half guard position. So my opponent does a nice little trick here. So he takes his left leg out and he uses it to pull my half guard hook out. So my leg that's stuck between his legs, that's holding him in place, he uses his outside leg to eventually hook that off, and then from there he can use it to pass, and then I lose a lot of control on the bottom. Yeah, so there he elected to pass, but I was able to regard quickly. That's a great technique that I really like to use as well. So here he's moving around, doing a good job, staying away from me, not letting me tangle him up. He's sprawling down, getting heavy over here. Yeah, trying to force me to half guard where he can lay all of his weight on me. So here I go for the muffler again on him. See, he's doing a really good job of dropping all of his weight on me and making me carry all of his weight. So I'm trying to use more of my knee to hold him up instead of my arms, which would get tired a lot more. And I use my forearm in his neck as well too, so it chokes him a little bit when he goes down. I alternate between using my forearm in his neck and my hand on his mouth to try to keep him away here. I try to get up on a leg entanglement. He backs away. I could have gone up for a quick double leg there, but I elected to stay on the bottom. Here he's doing a good job moving around side to side, mixing up Toriandos, and most importantly trying to stay safe from my attacks. I managed to get him in the close guard. I'm trying to break his posture down over here. I have a good overhook with my left hand around his arm here. From there, you guys can start to work like omoplatas, arm bars, triangles as well too. My opponent does a good job of framing my, getting a reverse crossface with his left arm over here, and then eventually he gets his arm out before I can manage to attack him from here. So from here, I get a reverse C grip on his arm, on his wrist. And then from here, it's a really good opportunity to attack triangles. So yeah, you'll see here, I get a reverse C grip over here, and then now I try to shoot the triangle. My opponent is wary of that. I get the same grip on the other arm, and then I quickly try to shoot the triangle. This is a great attack, and it's a very strong attack that you guys can use in both gi and no gi. So here I shoot the triangle. My opponent is very experienced, so he's wary of that. He's able to quickly back away. Yes, and avoid the triangle. So here he backs away. I get a deep De La Riva hook. My opponent likes to lead with his left leg forward over here, so I don't like to play guard as much on this side, so it's a little bit more difficult for me. My right leg is that loose, very loose De La Riva, because he's able to pummel that off. So his knee is putting a lot of pressure into my leg. This is a great way to kill a De La Riva. And again, he's really trying to wear all of his weight down on me over here. And yeah, this is very exhausting to be on the bottom over here. So I'm able to push him away. He's resetting. He's doing a good job passing. There, he gets a Toriando. See, he's getting a little bit deeper into the passes now. There, he almost gets the pass over there. And then now I turn to my knees and I quickly do a Granby to regard. I feel really comfortable in those situations. So again, he circles outside, tries to finish with a Toriando style pass, and I'm able to regard again over here. Now he's applying a lot of pressure on me, trying to wear me out, and yeah, that's the end of the regulation. Now we're on to the overtime. We start standing over here. Yes, I don't want to pull guard on him anymore. I'm tired of being on the bottom, so I'm trying to work him a little bit on the feet over here. We're both feeling each other out, right? We didn't. The whole match was spent with him trying to pass my guard so far. So we're hand fighting a little bit over here. My opponent's gonna peel my hand off his shoulder and do a nice shot over here. Boom! He's able to take me down. That was a very nice takedown. I started immediately pushing him away, going for the omoplata over here. My leg goes over in his armpit. I'm attacking the omoplata. He's trying to block me from triangling my legs. I'm able to get the triangle of my legs. Then my opponent leans back. As he leans back over here, I do a back roll to try to come on top. And then he's going to spin out here. And then I roll under him again, and I end up kind of like in a single leg X. He's able to back step off of this. He goes for a north-south pass. And I'm able to tangle up his legs over here. He tries to turn away, so I'm able to come up on a single over here and try to finish the sweep. He's able to wrestle up over here. I tried to go for a foot sweep. I apologize. I accidentally kicked him in the leg there, mistimed the foot sweep, and we reset in the middle. Now I'm down 2 points, and my coach yells out to empty the gas tank. So I really start trying to pick up the pace over here. So we're hand fighting. I try to go for a scissor takedown. I miss. He moves his leg out of the way just in time. Now my opponent's doing a really good job of taking his time here, staying safe, keeping away from me, and not committing too much to any attacks. This is really important. When you're winning a match, you should always try to be more conservative and not give your opponent opportunities to come back in the match. He goes for a guard pass over here. I'm able to re-guard. Now I get back up to my feet. Now I'm really trying to put the pressure on my partner. I push his head down and trying to shoot in, trying to find some openings to get a takedown. I'm looking for an underhook here. Try to go for a Kosotogari. Now here I'm going to drop down for a butterfly sweep. My opponent's going to get up slowly. I'm going to push him. He loses his balance. I run. I'm able to chase his back, and I get the hooks in right out of bounds. And it's still going on over here. Everybody's going wild over here. And look, my hook comes in over there, and now the referee's going to stop us and bring us back to the middle. I'm saying, hey, look where we are right now, so we should start in the same position in the middle. And then, yeah, there's always going to be some controversy with coming back in the middle. During positional resets, it can be difficult to put us in the exact same position. So it's a difficult job for the referee over here. See, my leg was inside on the way out, and my opponent's left hip was also flat on the ground here. Both of his legs were flat, but we're restarting with my leg outside. They're saying that my leg was not inside the hook over here like this. But yeah, I'll post the picture so you guys can see where we started and where it is now. So we're going back and forth, arguing about it. My corner is saying, hey, look at the camera, look at the video. They call the main ref over from the table. We're arguing about this. I'm trying to get my hook inside. My opponent said my hook was not in, and their coach is saying that it was not in. You can see from the picture over here. That's where we stopped. And then I said, hey, have a look, see exactly where we are, and then we reset over here. Eventually, I agreed to reset in this position with my leg on the outside. So we're here, and I quickly go to throw my hook inside over here, and I've got the back. And then now I'm pretty excited. I got the points for it, so I think I have the match in the bag over here. I pull both of his shoulders back hard, and get the verbal tap over here. And I think I've won the match over here. But now there's some controversy. My opponent's pointing to his neck, so they're gonna start to bring the head ref over. And yeah, it was my mistake. I didn't know at the time, but when I was trying to pull both of his shoulders behind his neck over there to do like a thunder lock, like a double shoulder lock, there's a good lock where you can do it. You pull your partner's shoulder right behind their neck. But I tried to do it with both shoulders, but I was pushing down on the neck way too much. And I ended up neck cranking him pretty good, like you guys can see in the picture. So it was my fault, and pretty crappy way to lose this match, but a good learning experience for me. There's a rules course the day before, right? So I highly recommend everybody go to that. Yeah, so you'll see here, we're just arguing a little bit about this. They end up bringing the head referee, Jay, over. And then he has a look at the video and says, yeah, that's definitely a full Nelson, which is not allowed. You can neck crank, but you can only have one shoulder trapped inside the neck crank. And the reasoning behind that is that your opponent has at least one arm to be able to defend it, and that's just the rules. So they after they reconvene, they bring us back to the middle over here, and yeah, and then they end up disqualifying me, and it's a pretty tough pill for me to swallow. So they bring us back to the middle for the final decision, and yes, my opponent gets the victory. I'm sure it's not the way that he wanted to win either, but it is what it is. It was my fault. I should have known the rules. And yeah, congratulations to him. He was an excellent opponent. He went on to win second in the division and second in the open weight. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe for more. I'm going to be posting a lot more breakdowns for you guys.